hope you're having a great magical day where you are, as I'm having a good day where I am. And believe it or not, this is like the third time I have tried to attempt in the last 20 minutes to film this video for y'all. My telephone keeps ringing. I don't know what it is, but it seems like Monday through Friday, it seems like between the hours of 1 and 6, telemarketers like to call the house, even though we have multiple times been put on the do not call list. Somehow they manage to break through and they call. So hopefully the telephone does not ring again. This is my lifestyle favorites video for the month of May, and I am sitting by the window today because it's just so beautiful outside and it's breezy. So that's why you might see my hair blowing. But I haven't done a lifestyle favorites video with y'all in quite a while, and I figured let's do one together. So I have a couple of items that I wanted to show y'all. The first one I wanted to share with y'all is my Mother's Day gift from Nicholas. Now, some of you know Nick, and you know that he is in college, our oldest. And if you're new to my channel, we do have an older son who goes to college. And Nicholas is all the way up at the U.S. Merchant Marine Academy. So we don't get to see him quite often, as the academy schedule is a rigorous one, and it's not like, you know, your regular colleges. So I didn't get to see him for Mother's Day. Did get to talk to him, and he sent me a special treat through the mail, and I actually got to receive it on Mother's Day. It arrived Sunday, and it was dried ice, so it was a perishable food item. And anyone who knows me knows that chocolate strawberries are one of my favorite decadent desserts to have. I love them. Sometimes I even make them for the house during Easter or during the holidays, but they're just a special treat and I absolutely love them. And Nicholas sent me some chocolate strawberries for Mother's Day, and I'll try to include a picture for y'all. But it ended up being a monthly favorite. He sent me 6 of them, and I actually ate all 6. I ate 1 a day, so I ate them in a total of 6 days. But they're the Sherry Berries, guys. I don't know if you're familiar with this company, but I had never tried Sherry Berries before, and I just realized it matches my peachy nails, the box, but I had never tried Sherry Berries before. So this was my first experience with them, and oh my magical word, these strawberries were, okay, first of all, they were big. Secondly, they were very decadent and juicy, and the chocolate was delicious. The dark chocolate, milk chocolate, white chocolate. Woo! It was so, so good. And they packaged it really nice. It came, I saved the box for you because it did not come like this to the door. I actually saved the box. So it came like this in this big box, and they had it packaged in dry ice, packaged very well. None of the strawberries were damaged. The chocolate didn't crack. It was very secured. When I got them, they were still ice cold, because we had gone to church, we had gone out to eat, and then we came home to let Molly out before we head to the movies, and they were there at the door on Mother's Day, and they were still ice cold. So I'm not sure how long they were sitting there before we arrived home, but they were definitely still cold. So guys, they were delicious. I'll try to leave a link to their website down below, but they're a great gift, you know, to send to somebody, or even maybe order for a special occasion at your house just to have. But again, they're Sherry's Berries, and they were good, and it ended up being a monthly favorite of mine. The next thing that I really like, so it is wine. It's a wine I want to share with y'all, and I have the bottle right here. And first, let me tell you about this wine. So when we went to Disney back in February, we had signature dining at the Yachtsman, which is located at the Yacht Club in Epcot section of the parks. And fabulous steaks, by the way, don't worry. I'm gonna do a review for y'all on that. But I left it up to the waiter to choose a wine for me. Now, I like red wine and I like white wine, but white wine is my preference. And I'm not somebody that has to have white wine only when I have white meat, and red wine when I only have dark meat. I don't care, you know? I mean, I'm not that picky about what's appropriate when to have what wine. But I like my wine the way I like it. And I like a sweet wine. I don't like a bitter, and I don't like a sour wine. And I do prefer white wine over red. But I like my wine to also just have like a little fizzy fuzz to it, I guess you might say. Almost like a champagne bubbly kind of, you know, carbonated taste to it. And I kind of left it up to our waiter to pick something. So he ended up picking Villa Rosa Moscato, which is right there, and I fell in love with it, guys. It was so good. So he let me take a picture of the wine bottle, and then when we got home from Disney, I went to our local wine store and checked to see if they carried it. They did not carry it, but the gentleman or the manager on duty that day said, we can special order it for you, but it's gonna take a little time because I can't just order it. I have to wait until I place a big order from who we order from for our wines, and then I can put it in with that order. So I said, not a problem. Guys, this came right at the first weekend, I think it was in May. Like it was just weird that I got it at the beginning of May. And we ordered 2 bottles. They were very reasonably priced. I think they were $14 or $16 a bottle, which isn't that expensive. And this is still the first bottle. But oh my magical word, guys, if you like a Moscato style or Moscato, I don't know how you pronounce it, but if you like a Moscato sweet wine, Villa Rosa is delicious. I'll show you one more time up close. This is so good. If you're interested in trying it, I don't have like a link to a website for this. I just kind of went into my local wine store, told them about it, and they put in a special order for me. So if you like a sweet wine with a little bit of bubbly, you know, fizzle to it, this is the one. It's delicious. The next thing is a little bit of candle melting wax. So you all know that I love Yankee candles. They're my favorite candles. And my favorite candle scents usually fall within the winter, the fall and the winter. Those are like my favorite scent smells. But I recently had gone to Kroger's and I was checking out their wax melts. And I have gotten these before, and I think I've talked about it on my channel before, but this is Tuscany candle melting wax for like the little melting pots that I have from Yankee. I was looking for something when we had gotten back from Disney, very, you know, tropical, Polynesian style, and I came across, I got 2 of these left, Caribbean Market. So I'm down to my last 2, but they're right here, and I got these at Kroger's, guys. I don't know if Target or Walmart sells this brand, but somebody told me they found a Tuscany candle at their local Target at my gym where I work, because we were talking about these. But Caribbean Market, if you like pineapple and lemon and mango and kiwi, okay, you would love this. It smells so good, and it does make me think about Disney World Polynesian. It's like I could just hold this up to my nose all day. It's like I have one scent that comes out in the fall by this company that makes me think of the Grand Floridian. When you walk into the Grand Floridian during the Christmas holidays, you have that gingerbread smell. And I can't remember it off the top of my head, but that one makes me think of the Grand Floridian. This one makes me think of the Polynesian. So if you like mango and melon and kiwi and pineapple and citrusy smells in the spring and summer, yes, I highly recommend this one. It smells so good. Okay, so the next thing is a makeup product. So when it comes to drugstore brands, guys, because I buy all brands. I don't just buy high-end. I also buy drugstore makeup also. NYX is one of my favorite drugstore brands, and I'm so happy that Ulta is starting to put, you know, more and more BH Cosmetics out, because BH Cosmetics is another brand that I consider a drugstore brand that I like to buy and experiment with. But NYX came out with a, you know, a 6-shade palette called Lingerie, and it's right here. And I was pleasantly surprised, guys, in the quality and the texture of this palette, because I like powdered eyeshadow. I don't like super, you know, the creamy kind. I prefer a powder, but I like a powder that has a really smooth silk texture to it, not one that feels flaky and cakey and you have to keep applying the brush to really build it up. I like one that it just glides right on and you don't have to do a lot of color build up because it has great pigmentation. I was shocked with NYX. Not that I don't own NYX eyeshadows, I do, but this one really exceeded my expectations. I liked the texture of it and I loved the application of it. And for me personally, I didn't have to do a lot of build up with it, but I'm gonna open it for y'all. And it is right there. And as you can see, this one is my favorite color right here. I love this one and I love this one. And they are definitely creamy textures, guys. So I'll just kind of do a swipe of my favorite one. It's right there and it's kind of like a brown orange. And you can see that I do have freckles and I'm a natural redhead. So this shade, I am constantly wearing it. I'm trying to wipe it off. I am constantly wearing it and just blending it and playing with all these shades because, I mean, I love this one. This one's great for a highlighter, guys. I don't know if y'all can really see that. I don't even know if you're going to be able to see that on my skin because I'm a fair person. But right there, this is a great highlighter shade. It was not an expensive palette at all. I thought it was very affordable. I cannot remember the price though, but I did pick it up at Ulta and it has become a favorite for mine. I've used it a lot this month. So again, it's the NYX Lingerie and I really like it. The next thing is, and this is kind of like an empty because I'm done using it. I definitely will be picking up more of it, but I used it all month long every time I took a shower or bath. But you know that I like Bath & Body Works and that my favorite scent there in the Bath & Body Works collection is Japanese Cherry Blossom. But guys, when it comes to their aromatherapy section in their store, Central is my favorite scent. And I got the Black Currant Vanilla Body Wash and Foaming Bath Soap, or liquid soap, and it's right here. And as you can see, I am down to the bare bottom of it. But oh, my magical word, I love this. But I love this brand of aromatherapy Central. I also like the bottle. It's a red bottle, if you know what I'm talking about. It's just a solid red bottle and it's the body oil. I love that, and sometimes I put that in my bath water too, but when I'm using my big garden tub and I just feel like taking a bubble bath. But oh, my magical word, this stuff is so good. And of course I used it all and I'm empty, and I probably need to go get some more of this because I really liked it. The last thing I wanted to show y'all or tell y'all about, I have the book here, but right now I always like to tell y'all what I'm kind of watching on TV and then maybe share a movie with y'all that we saw that I really liked for the month of May. But right now on TV, we are watching what's called The White, well, we saw The White Queen when it first came out, but now we're watching The White Princess. Now, I did not read the book to The White Queen, but a couple of years ago, I got the book, The White Princess, which is right here, guys, and I loved the book. Well, guess what? They made a TV series of it. It's on Starz, so if you have Starz, you can watch it, but it's the story of Queen Elizabeth, who is married to King Henry Tudor VII, and it picks up where the White Queen left off. The White Queen was about her mother. Now this is about the daughter, because the daughter had to marry a Tudor. She's a Plantagenet, and she had to marry a Tudor to kind of bring the two houses together. And it's just her story and her struggles and being a Plantagenet, having to marry, into the Tudor dynasty. So, and if you're not sure, she is King Henry VIII's mother. And that is what The White Princess is about. It's about King Henry VIII's mother and King Henry VII's, marital relationship and him trying to secure the throne because he had just taken it from King Richard. Hopefully I'm not boring y'all, but I love Renaissance history. And when you do watch those kind of shows, I have to always remember that some of it is fictional and some of it's, non-fictional. And just knowing your history will help you to distinguish between what they're making up versus, what what's true, because even sometimes when you read the books and then you go to watch the series, you're like, well, they didn't say that in the book, or that's not how that happened. So I enjoyed reading the book, and now I'm enjoying the series. So guys, it's on Stars, like I said. If you're interested in watching The White Queen first, which I do recommend so you kind of understand The White Princess better, you can find that one on Amazon. Lastly, we went to the movies several times this month in May, and we saw King Arthur. That was the latest Guy Ritchie movie. We saw Gardens of the Galaxy, and we also saw Pirates of the Caribbean. And can you guess what movie was my favorite? It was Pirates of the Caribbean. And then after that, I liked Gardens of the Galaxy, and then we liked King Arthur. King Arthur was good. I know it got a lot of not so good reviews. I thought it was really good. I do think there could have been more dialogue in the movie, maybe, but there was a lot of action. But I loved Pirates of the Caribbean, and I loved the end. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, so I'm not going to say what the end is. And then if you haven't seen it, make sure you stay all the way through the credits, because they show you a little snippet of the movie at the end, and that one leads you to believe that there's going to be a Pirates of the Caribbean 6. So if you haven't seen it, stay through the credits. Don't leave the movie theater. And if you missed it because you got up during the credits, I don't want to say what it is because I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it. But guys, those are my favorites for the month of May. And like I said, I will leave a link down below to Sherry's Berries for you. And that's about it, guys. That's all I have for you on this lovely day. So if you're not already a Life in Disney Mouseketeer, you can feel free to hit that little subscribe button down below. And if you are a Life in Disney Mouseketeer, hi Mouseketeers, thank you so much for supporting Life in Disney. I really do appreciate it. So till next time, guys, y'all take care. Y'all have a magical day and a magical week, and I will see y'all later, Mouseketeers. Bye.